Hey friends, what's up? Kaz here. Welcome back to another episode on the Minecraft admin series that I've been going on. Whoops. I've been doing for a while. So anyway, this one is going to be SkyWars. Shout out to Norway GoPro for the suggestion. It was a little bit ago when it happened. I had quite a list of already scheduled, and I was looking forward to doing this one, and it did not disappoint. So this plugin is very, very simple to use. You pretty much can just install it and run it. It has a bunch of default configurations that just work out of the box, but it does allow for quite a bit of customization. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over a very, very basic setup at first, and then I'm going to go over, then we're going to start getting into more advanced. So first 2 minutes of this, really simple. Then we're going to get into a little bit more advanced setup, and then I'm going to go through the configuration files, and we're going to talk about the permission nodes and then kits at the end here. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, but like I said, you pretty much can install it and do these first 2 minutes and have it up and running and going. It has a default map and everything. So what you want to do first of all is wherever you are, you're going to set your lobby. So you'll probably create a nicer looking lobby than this, but you just do SW set lobby, and then actually let me remove portal. Okay, so what you want to do is for people to be able to ready. I gotta fix it. I gotta fix that. What you want to do for people to be able to ready up is kind of walk through a portal or stand on something or whatever. It's basically going to be set a location. So what you want to do is SW set portal. So now once 4 people join that, they will join the queue like it said there. And then I have some kits available to me, which I will go over how you set those up later. And that is it. Like I said, that's all that it takes. Here, let me show you. Let me get my my camera guy in here, and I can show you how this works. Okay, so now that my camera guy has joined up, we can do SW force start, and that's going to start the match. So I feel like maybe you guys might be thinking this is a little bit too easy. But he's over there, and if it was 4 people, it would be over there. You can do teams. I'll show you guys how to do that in the configuration files. It's really simple. So actually, I'll do the command. So if you want to leave a game, it's just SW leave. Now you can see you have fled the game, and Zen Gamer has won SkyWars. Now you don't see it on his screen, but he was given $10 for winning SkyWars. Actually, I can do Bal Zen Gamer, and now he has $10 in his account. So keep in mind that if you want people to get rewards and stuff for their matches, you need to run Vault and an economy plugin. I'll reiterate that a little bit later. So let's get rid of my camera guy. Goodbye. We don't need you anymore. Let us get into the advanced configuration. So if you've clicked on one of the links below and you've jumped ahead to this part, we've already set the lobby, we've already set the portal, and we're going to create another arena rather than the one arena. You can actually have them cycle through the arenas, which is really cool, either random or an ordered list. But first thing you need to do is you need to run a Multiverse plugin. I suggest Multiverse. Link will be in the gibbles, but the first thing you need to do also is if you do MV list, you can see that these are the only worlds that are in there. Now, Skybase actually runs 2 worlds when you automatically load it. There's a world that active arenas are in, and there's actually nothing saved in there as long as there's no active arenas. So if you stop your server, there's nothing saved in that world. So you can clear it out all you want, and SkyWars will recreate it. Now the other arena, which is SkyWars base world, that one's going to have all of the templates for the matches and the worlds that you have. So what we want to do is we want to import that world. So we're going to MV import SkyWars base world, and then normal. So now that is MV list, and now we can do MV TP SkyWars base world. So it's going to teleport us to this world here. I already created one over there. So this is the first one, and we've already used that one, and that's the first arena. Every time you create arena, there is a YML file that will be created for it. So what we want to do is we got our little, yeah, I know it's nothing. I just set it up for this just to show you guys what it looks like. All right, so what we want to do to get this kicked off is SWS start, and then the arena name, which all lowercase, tutorial. There we go. Started setting up the arena called tutorial. Now the next thing you want to do is set the it's kind of like world guard or world edit or anything like that. You want to go to lower corner and then go SWS set pause 1. And it goes by your head, not your feet. So keep that in mind. Basically, if you just kind of select the whole thing and then do SWS set 2, there we go. So now it's selected this area, so it'll copy this area into the folder when an arena starts. And we'll do now we add the spawns, which SWS set add spawn, sorry, add spawn. So there's one spawn and add spawn and add spawn, and the last one here, add spawn. All right, so now we got all the spawn files. Now what we want to do is SW save. So once we save it, it's going to create that YML file that we're going to look at in a bit. And you can actually set it to teams, but that is all set in the file. All right, so here are the config files. Like I said, here's the arenas that we've created. And the main one, we're going to look at the main config file first here. And then we'll look at the arena ones, and then we'll look at the kits. And then I guess we'll go over the permission files. But anyway, so here it is. Pretty much don't really want to change anything up here. But the one thing to note is the arena order. You can either do random or ordered, which I think the word is ordered, like that. Random or ordered. So basically it's just if you have multiple arenas, it's just going to go for a random one. Otherwise it's going to step through them one by one. That's what ordered mean. Now save inventory, this means that when people join a SkyWars, like let's say you have it running off of a survival world, it's going to save their inventory so that when they leave it at the end, they'll get all of their stuff back. Now, one thing to note that if SkyWars crashes or the server shuts down for whatever reason while there's an arena match going on, they're going to lose their inventory because it's saved in it's going to be saved in there. So now, enabled arenas, we want to add tutorial in there. And then we want to enable the points. And then here's the bit that we saw there about buying kits and stuff like that. You can enable an economy, set it to true. By default it's false, and then here's your reward for getting a kill, here's your reward for winning, and it's going to tell you when you get the rewards. So now we got a command whitelist. So basically that means that only these commands will be allowed while our match is going. Or you can set this to false or set this to true, and then these commands will be blocked, whatever's listed here. So that is all for that one, which is pretty easy, pretty straightforward. There's also this messages one I'll show you real quick. You can modify how this is all worded. So let's say if you want it in a different language, maybe you can edit all of that. And the parent arena one here, this is the overall configuration file that the arenas will pull from if they don't have a setting set. So it's kind of like the default. But anyway, here's the two arenas that we have. So you can right click on this and open it up in there. It's going to list where the spawn locations, which was set when it was created. You can do the number of teams, 4, and then this is where you turn on teams. So you just change the team size to 2 or whatever. But it would require that many more people to join before the match starts. So just keep that in mind with that. And yeah, so before we hop into the kits, I want to talk really quick about the permission nodes. Like I said, very simple. There's not a whole lot to them here. So the basic permissions are already given: join, leave, lobby, all of that stuff. The one that you would want to set is SkyWars.kit. Maybe you want only your donors to get that, or not newbies. Maybe just people who've been on your server for a bit, whatever it is. And then also, if you want some people to be able to force start, you need SkyWars.force start. So pretty much after that, it's admins have access to anything that is involved with setting up new arenas, stuff like that. I will. That's pretty much to set up new arenas. The permission node for that is skywars.setup. I'll put a link to the extended list of the permission nodes and commands and all that. So the link will be in the Gibbles. Check that out down there. So if you've given them skywars.kit, they will be able to get access to the kits, which is going to be set up in here, kits.yml. Now, here's the kits here and the cost of it. Pretty much, this kind of lays out and explains exactly what it gets. Just follow the template that's in here. So type arrow amount, and then the amount of the material. And when the amount's not given, it defaults to 1. Pretty much straightforward here. You can also define the helmet, chest plate, leggings, and these will automatically be placed on the player when they start. And then there's also enchantments available, and that lists it right here. There's a link right in here to bring you to what the name of all of these are. So that's it for that. And then you got your donor kits. This is where it gets pretty cool. You can set permission nodes specifically for these kits. Now you probably want to adjust these default ones, but if you want them to be able to have access to this donator kit, you need them give them this permission node. You can edit this to be whatever you want, which is really cool to have custom permission nodes. And then there's another one, this permission node. You can also do myserver.donator.star, and then donators would get anything with this these first two. But that's up to you guys to configure it how you want. If you want it to just work like it is, that's up to you. So that's all I got. Like I said, SkyWars plugin, really cool. It could be a lot of fun. It's very, very simple to set up and get going, and you can modify it and customize it to be what you want. If you found it helpful, feel free to leave a like below. If you have a suggestion for another plugin for me to do, put a comment in the Gibbles below. And if you watch this for the first time, I do these every week, so feel free to hit that subscribe button and become one of the friends. So this is Kaz from McFriends, reminding you guys always, enjoy the game. God bless.
I'm a little worried about him. We might need to get him a doctor.
What? Oh, I'm dying.